Rachel at Day-to-Day Joys. Welcome, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a fun tag, large family tag. Michelle from A Common Life tagged me, and so I thought it would be fun to answer these 20 questions so you guys can get to know us better. And so let's get started. Number one is, how many children do we have? Well, to be a large family, I am assuming they're talking. Hold on, I gotta go check underneath the basement. Okay, I don't know what that is. I think there's a cat underneath our house or something. Anyways, to be considered a large family, I guess in America and around the world, is if you have 3 or more children. And so, how many children do we have? We have 4. Lincoln, Julia, London, and Kobe. What are their ages? Lincoln is 9, Julia is 8. There's a 5-year gap. London is 2, almost 3, and Kobe just turned 1 this week. What is our family structure? I'm taking that to mean married, single parent, if you adopted, or if you had all your children biologically. And so we're married. We've been married for 12 years, and I birthed all of our children. And 2 of them were at home. And then we also did have 3 miscarriages in between. That's why there's a 5-year gap, because sometimes you don't know what God's going to plan for you. But I really love how He planned it out now, and we have 2 close together, 5-year gap, then 2 close together. I was 25 when I had my first baby. Okay, for the planning part, I guess 2 were planned and 2 were surprises. Can you guess which ones were surprises? Well, the first one, we decided, all right, it's time to start our family, so we had him. Then, with the second one, we weren't ready, but when he was 9 months old, I found out I was pregnant, and 9 months later, she was born. And then, like I told you, the 5-year gap that we didn't plan, but God planned our family, and we were getting ready to possibly adopt, and I went to an adoption class. And then that next week, I found out I was pregnant with London, and we wanted to have another baby, so we had her. And then the 4th one was not planned, but we were so excited to have all of the children that God blessed us with. My favorite reaction to people when they see how many children we have are, of course, the positive comments, or even better, asking if they can help me do something, whether it's in the grocery store or whatever. That I really love that reaction. Of course, we've had some weird reactions, but no one's ever said anything terrible to me. Mostly like, do you know what causes that? Are you gonna get fixed or anything like that? So those are the reactions. It probably does cost our family a lot to eat and to feed my family. We eat naturally and organically, and not a lot of processed foods, and so I'd say it's a high range, maybe around $1,000 to eat the healthy foods that we eat. I'm just not sure, guys. My husband says we're done. And I guess if nothing permanent happens, then you never know. But as of now, I think we're done. We'll see if God works on our hearts or decides other plans for us. Our family vehicle is a minivan. I really like it. We've probably had it for about 3 years now, and I really like it. I like that the kids can get in easily in the back, and then I can just buckle in the 2 kids and push the button and the doors slide. It's really convenient, and I like it. Yes, we eat out. We probably eat out 2 times a week, maybe 3. We always go out to eat after church, and if we decide not to go into a restaurant, we'll order food and bring it home. And then maybe another time in the week, I do go with the kids when my husband's working late, and then maybe sometimes we'll order food or go out to eat as a family on the weekend another time. Well, we don't drink a lot of milk, and so I don't really have a good answer. We have almond milk, coconut milk, and sometimes we have organic full-fat milk to have on hand, but we don't drink. I mean, we could use those for a long time until we're done with them. Maybe we use a lot of the milk for smoothies, so I don't know if you're counting it for that, but for just drinking it, we're not just a drinking it milk type of family. We put it into things like smoothies and stuff. I don't know how many rolls of toilet paper we go through. We have 3 bathrooms, and so it's hard to count, but I do get the large pack of the Scott brand of toilet paper from Costco, and we probably go through one of those packs about once every month. I have to buy a new pack of toilet paper. All right, my favorite go-to meal is probably the kind that you just dump in the crock pot or the Instant Pot and leave. Whether it's like just chicken and a bunch of vegetables, turn it on and leave it, or it's an Instant Pot, that's my favorite easy go-to meal to make. We try hard to spend one-on-one time with each child. Probably my husband does the bulk of that right now since I have the baby and the littles. But what we try to do is each child gets to go at least on one date, we call it, with a parent every month. They get to go somewhere fun, and we probably were lacking this in some of last year because we had a baby, but we're trying to work on doing that better with our kids and going one special place with them. Doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Could just be going, like I took my son last week to Barnes & Noble, just him and I, and we looked at books, and he happened to get a gift card for Christmas, and so he got to use that. But even if it's just something fun like that, hanging out with each other, going, like I took my daughter to one of the Aveda school salons, and we'll get a pedicure, and it's a fun way just to do something fun with the children. Haven't really done a lot with the younger two, which Kobe's birthday was this week, so I guess I took him to the store to take back some things with just him. So just spending one-on-one time with them. Oh, the clutter. Clutter can build up in large families if you're not careful. And I'm not a type A perfectly organized, clean house person, but we do like to keep it picked up, and we do this by every day doing a few minute, like 5 or 10 minute cleanup at the end of the day, just to keep it. And then probably every 2 weeks we go through and like do a major declutter of just putting things back that haven't been put back, and just kind of makes it messy. So I just like to have the main living areas clean, and sometimes I go on a binge, and it's called Everything's Trashola, and it's because I like to keep things, and sometimes I can keep too much, and so sometimes I get on a roll and it's like Trashola, everything's Trashola. So what kind of schooling? We homeschool. And we take it year by year to decide what we're going to do and pray over and feel what if and we want God to lead us in the direction so we feel at peace what we're doing. And we always are, making sure that this is what we want to do and we're doing it right. How do we manage chaos? Does anybody have an answer? I'm just joking. Life can be full of chaos, and craziness, I'd say the first thing that I do to deal with chaos is by doing a devotion or reading a scripture or something in the morning or sometime throughout the day, so that it reminds me of truth and God's truth, so that I can put on my battle gear and be ready for the chaos. Sometimes I go lock myself in a room like I am right now. And the last thing is, it's just part of life, and to just accept it, and it's beautiful chaos, right? And I guess one more thing that I do is I have to have a bedtime, and the kids have to go to bed, and then I can have some alone time, and then if my husband's home from work, we can have some time together. I definitely need that. If you're a mom, please let me know if you're in the same boat, like you need bedtime so that you can have some alone time and some time with your husband. If I get free time, I might work on YouTube videos. I might do even some like social media stuff, like look at Facebook or Instagram or things like that. I might go to Target. I might go to Starbucks. I might just do grocery shopping by myself. I think that's fun because I get to be by myself sometimes. I love being with my kids, don't get me wrong, but for me, sometimes I do need a break. And so I'll take whatever I can to get some me time. My number one tip is to just have patience. But it just doesn't come that easy or easily to most of us, because we're selfish and we were born that way, and we want our own things. We want to do what we want to do. We want our kids to act how we want them to act, and that's just, in a perfect world, that's how it would be. But it's not a perfect world, and so just learning patience. And that's something you have to learn and pray through and pray for, because sometimes you don't have a lot of patience, and then the chaos ensues. And so just learning to live in where you are, be content, and then just have patience when it's not going how you want it to or you thought it would be, just to keep learning about patience. That's, I guess, how even I'm getting through, just remind myself, patience. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this large family tag. It was a lot of fun. I am going to tag some people and leave it in the page that's coming. And again, it's open to anyone. And if you do the tag, I hope you'll say, hey, I did it, come see my video. And I hope if you got tagged, you'll do it. And if you don't, that's okay. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.